Hey everyone, welcome back to Trend Secrets. Suddenly, it's spring 2026, and your entire feed feels different. Everywhere you look, people are saying the same thing: I'm back to loving life again. You see it in morning routines, sunlight walks, iced coffee clips, clean spaces, soft music, simple moments that feel almost perfect. It looks wholesome, it feels real, but here's the question no one's asking. Why is everyone feeling this way at the exact same time? Because this isn't just spring. This is something bigger, a massive shift in mood, in behavior, and in what people are being pushed to feel. And behind all of this, there are hidden forces quietly shaping it. Who's driving it, who's benefiting from it, and what it tells us about the rest of 2026, that's what we're breaking down today. So, if you want to understand the trends before they fully take over, hit like and let's dive in.
So let's break down what's actually going viral right now, because once you notice the pattern, you start seeing it everywhere. One of the biggest drivers is a simple audio, Ella Langley's Loving Life Again. That one line, and just like that, I'm back to loving life again, is everywhere. Creators are pairing it with sunlight after weeks of gloom, morning walks, laughing with family, even something as simple as sitting outside with a coffee. It's soft, it's calm, and it feels deeply personal. But it doesn't stop there. You've probably seen the spring reset videos too. People cleaning their spaces, reorganizing their lives, letting go of habits that don't feel right anymore. Not extreme transformations, just small, realistic changes. Titles like Spring Reset 2026, Return to Rhythm, Small Habits That Actually Stick are dominating feeds. And notice the shift. This isn't hustle culture anymore. There's no wake up at 5 a.m. and change your entire life overnight. Instead, it's slower, more intentional. People are focusing on things like nourishing food, movement that actually feels good, taking care of their space, and building routines that feel natural. Even the visuals are consistent. Soft colors, flowers, open windows, fresh air, that quiet feeling of starting over. It's like the entire internet is collectively saying, let's try again, but this time gently.
But here's where things start to get interesting. Because this wave of optimism isn't just random. It's not just spring, and it's definitely not just coincidence. What you're seeing is a response, a psychological and cultural reaction to something much deeper. Let's break it down. First, after months of winter, people feel drained. Less sunlight, less movement, more time indoors. That kind of environment builds up mental fatigue without most people even realizing it. So when spring arrives, it brings something powerful, a sense of reset, a feeling of control, like you can finally start again. And that feeling, it spreads fast. Second, there's something else happening in the background: economic pressure. Even if people aren't talking about it directly, they feel it. Prices still feel high. Spending feels tighter. The future feels a little uncertain. And when people can't control the big things, they shift their focus to the small things. Their routine, their space, their habits. Because fixing your life on a small scale feels possible, even when everything else doesn't. And then there's the algorithm. Platforms are designed to push what people emotionally respond to. And right now, feel-good, hopeful, aesthetic content is performing extremely well. So the more people engage with it, the more it spreads. And suddenly, it feels like everyone is living the same kind of life. But they're not. They're responding to the same pressure. And this creates something powerful. A shared narrative, a comeback story that people want to believe in, not because everything is perfect, but because they need it to feel better.
Now, here's the part most people don't think about. Who's actually benefiting from all of this?
Because while millions of people are trying to feel better, there is an entire system quietly profiting from it. The wellness industry is booming. And we're not talking small numbers. This is a multi-trillion-dollar space, one of the fastest growing areas in the entire economy. And here's what's interesting. Even when people cut spending in other areas, they still spend on feeling better, on improving their routine, their health, their mindset. And that's exactly where this trend connects. Because spring reset content doesn't just inspire people, it directs them toward products, toward tools, towards solutions. Think about it. Journals and planners for resetting your life, supplements and functional drinks for feeling balanced, fitness apps, self-care routines, skincare upgrades, even your environment, cleaning products, home decor, fresh seasonal clothing, all tied to one idea: becoming a better version of yourself. And the most powerful part, it feels natural. It doesn't feel like selling. It feels like you're choosing it. But in reality, you're being guided step by step. This is what makes the system so effective, because it aligns perfectly with how people feel right now. Uncertain about the big picture, but willing to invest in small improvements. And that creates a perfect loop. Pressure leads to resets, resets lead to spending, and spending reinforces the trend. All while it looks like people are just loving life again.
So what happens next? If you zoom out, this isn't just a spring trend, it's a pattern. And we're likely going to see it repeat again and again throughout the rest of 2026. Summer glow-ups, fall resets, winter preparation. Different aesthetics, but the same idea underneath. People trying to regain a sense of control in a world that feels increasingly unpredictable. But here's where things start to shift. Authenticity is going to matter more. The perfectly curated, over-optimized lifestyle is already starting to lose its grip. And in its place, something more real is growing. Slower habits, sustainable routines, and small changes that actually last. Because eventually, people stop chasing the feeling and start asking what actually works. And that's the real opportunity. To use this energy without getting pulled into endless cycles of consumption. To focus on habits that genuinely improve your life, not just ones that look good on a screen. Because once you understand what's really driving these trends, you stop reacting to them and start thinking ahead of them. And that's what this channel is all about. We don't just follow trends, we break them down, so you can see what's coming before it fully hits. If you found this useful, drop a comment below. Are you doing a spring reset right now? And what's one small change that actually made a difference for you? And if you want more deep breakdowns like this, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and join the community. Because the people who understand the patterns are the ones who stay ahead of them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.